Well, today is September 14, and for you guys that are following this project, this is about a month, I believe, after I planted the clover and rape brassica over here. I've come back today. You can see my bucket and stuff over there. I've come back today to put the Buck Forage Oats out. That's kind of the plan, and hopefully the Buck Forage Oats does a little better than the clover did. The clover and rape brassica, I'm not thrilled with what I'm seeing, and I'll tell you what's going on. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, and you can see that most of this plot is shaded. So it's going to continue to get worse as the day goes on. That's west, so the sun's going that way. That means all the shadows are coming this way, so that means those shadows are just going to continue to get bigger. So this plot does not get a whole lot of daylight. Those mature trees over there are shading it in the morning, and then these mature trees over here are shading it in the afternoon, so this only gets some midday sun. But that medium red clover is supposed to do pretty good in shaded areas, or do okay as clover goes. And we put out much more of that medium red than we did the ladino, so hopefully it takes off. It's got to start. What I'm seeing, I'm not thrilled with though. But what I'm seeing is mostly weeds. A lot of these broadleaf weeds. I don't know what this stuff is called, but it grows those strands of purple berries. If you guys ever played in the woods as kids, you know what them purple berries are. I'm seeing a lot of that. I'm seeing a ton of maple tree sprouts, which is to be expected. This was a maple grove, so probably, I don't know, at least half of what I'm seeing is maple trees. The rest of it's that purple berry stuff, and there's some locust mixed in here, little locust sprouts. Just a spattering of a little bit of everything. There is some clover coming up. There's also some rape brassica coming up, and I'll tell you what probably is, well, I know what some of this is happened is it's washed. Let's see if we can find an example. Well, right here, this would be a pretty good spot to check. See all this clover down here in this little bottom? You can see it washed real bad. All the seed got washed up here, and that's what sprouted. Well, all that seed was washed down from all these little bare spots up here. There's bare spots everywhere, and then you get to a line where it's washed too, and you get a line of sprouts. So we've been getting a ton of rain over the last month, and it's going to apparently continue. So I'm kind of happy that I'm seeing something sprouting over here. It's not as great as I'd hoped, but there for a while we got so much rain I was afraid that just everything was going to wash off and be gone. There are spots that look really, really good. Again, all the seed settled down into this little kind of a low spot here. You can see all the sediment kind of settled there, and it's still a little wet. Well, all the seed's doing great right there. That's nearly all brassica and clover. But then you got, a bare spot like that, or it's kind of bare up in through there. But in any case, guys, that's what it's looking like over here. So maybe this will give you some ideas of what to do, what not to do, how to treat a hillside maybe. I'm not heartbroken about what I'm seeing. If nothing else, deer are browsers. They're not a grazer. So even this little weeds and shit, it's small, so it's tender. So they're liable to nibble on, even the weeds and stuff. But today I'm going to be putting out these Buck Forage Oats, and I'll show you what the front of the bag looks like. Now, these are called Buck Forage Oats. I think that's just a trade name. Harvest plot Buck Forage Oats. I was looking online, and apparently this is a variety is the same as a bob oat. So if you can find bob oats cheaper than you can find, Buck Forage is marketed to deer hunters and food plots and stuff. If you can find some bob oats, I would imagine you get them a whole lot cheaper, and it's just the same thing in a different bag. That's my understanding of it. In any case, here's the map, and so to give you an idea what I'm doing, I am down here in the bottom corner of Indiana. So I'm in the yellow, but I'm right close to the green. So it shows you here for the green areas, You know, freeze out is unlikely. You can pretty much plant it whenever you want to. You know, September, October, deer use it fall to spring. Being I'm in the yellow, plant mid-September to October 1. Planting good until severe weather sets in at 15 to 20 degrees and below. So that's when freeze out will be frequent. So we don't get 15 to 20 until we get into, shoot, December, January normally, before we start getting really that cold. So hopefully this stuff will sprout and start coming up good. And I really want to hunt it in 2 weeks. I think that might be a pie in the sky sort of thing though. And what's going on, why I want to hunt it in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks is Indiana's youth deer season. They get 1 weekend, the kids are allowed in the woods before anybody else. And the kids get to go in with guns and crossbows, compound bows, you know, guns meaning rifle, muzzleloader, shotgun, anything but a handgun. For whatever reason, they don't want the kids carrying handguns. I don't know why, but if you're gonna give them a rifle, I don't see what the difference is with a handgun. But in any case, so I want to hunt this in 2 weeks. So hopefully these Buck Forage Oats will sprout by then. We got hunter's education tomorrow, so I'm going to take my nephews up to Richmond, Indiana. We're going to do the hunter's education course, get them all checked off, and put them up in that tree stand right there. Of course, we're going to have to do some work on it. I was going to put out maybe like a shooting tower or something, you know, build something out in the middle here. I think that'd just be overkill. And I think putting up maybe, I want to stay up on top of the hill, so maybe a stand over in this area, maybe another one over there, maybe another one over there. I don't know, depending on which way the winds seem like they're blowing the most. And that'll give us some cover. We won't be able, you know, won't be picked off out there in the middle and out in the open. So anyhow, that's the plan for now. So today I'm going to be planting the oats. I'm going to put them, I brought my little seeder. I don't think I'm going to use a seeder. I think I'm just going to dump, you know, 4 or 5 pounds in the bucket, walk around the bucket in my left hand, and with my right hand just be scattering oats. It's not hard to spread stuff by hand like that, and it doesn't take much practice, and you can get a pretty good even covering. So that's what I'm going to do, and I will update you guys here probably in a couple of weeks, give you an idea what this looks like. So until then, keep on tinkering.